One of my new tricks. Hey, Annette. There's Leah.
All right, looks like you have a quorum. You can go ahead and get started. I'm going to, Jeremy, if you can make me host, if you haven't already.
Doesn't look like it.
All right. And
Molly Smith says she's stuck in traffic and she'll hoping to be on as soon as possible. So there we go.
All right, Miss Janet, you are now the host. And you all can get started. Very much, Velvet. Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm so glad to see everybody. This is being recorded and we are streaming live on YouTube also, just for everybody who just joined us. So you'll know that what's going on with this. I'm going to share my screen and put up today's agenda. I thought I was. Didn't work, did it? Hold on, let's try again. Okay. So, Alex, you want to start us with the...
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our first Mayor's Commission on Disability Issues meeting in a while. So I'm grateful that we're able to meet again, albeit virtually. Hope everyone is doing well, and just want to thank those who have helped us with the technical side of things today to help us be able to have this meeting. We greatly appreciate everyone's help there. So we'll have the call to order and roll call. If Janet wants to go through the list, I know it's a small group of us right now, but
it's just a small group.
And go ahead, Janet.
I was going to say, they're not in alphabetical order. I just wrote down names as they signed in. Alex?
Here.
Barbara? I think she's still here. Hold on. I see Molly.
Here.
Good. Leah?
Present.
Molly?
How do you stop it?
I can't see you, and I can't hear you say anything, Molly, but I can see you. So we're going to call that an answer.
Yeah.
And because I can see you. And Annette. I can't hear you, Annette, but
I'm trying to talk. I can't. I have no connectivity.
Okay. We heard that you're there, so we'll count you present.
There you go. Maria won't be joining us, and Marco will join us when she's able.
Hey guys, can you hear me? This is Molly.
Yeah.
I am so sorry I'm late. I just pulled over to hop on real quick, but I got stuck in traffic, and I will be back as soon as I get to a place where I can park.
Please be safe.
I will. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Okay.
Is that everyone, Janet?
Yes, I think that's everyone.
All right. So now we'll move into announcements. New potential members can apply via the websites listed there. So if you all know of anyone who may want to join our commission, please definitely share that website with them or have them contact either Janet or one of us to get more information. Now we'll move into the opportunity for public comments, if there are any public comments. And I don't know if there are any, but we'll move right along. Move into new business, and I'll pass it over to Janet to introduce any new business and go over her report.
Thank you, Alex. Can y'all all hear me okay? Just nod or wave or something so that I know. Okay.
Yes.
Great. This meeting is going to be a bit of a catch up. The last time we met was in November. No, it may have been January, but I didn't have minutes from January, and I don't know why I didn't have minutes, but I didn't have minutes from January. But we have a lot of things that we can catch up with to see where we are. I was going to share another screen. Oh, there we go. Hold on. This was the minutes from November, the last minutes that we had. And it shows that we were trying our level best to be relevant and get some stuff done. And look at this under new business, all the interesting things we were looking at. Curb cuts, begin the Did You Know media campaign. We were beginning to focus on other areas besides the peninsula. We were talking about parks and sidewalks. Alex was talking about identifying easy routes. We were surveying, considering surveying various areas. We were talking about utilities cutting in the sidewalk, and I think the city has handled that. So I'll just stop for a minute and tell you that when utilities cut into the sidewalk for more than, I think it's 10 or 20 feet in a horizontal go under, they now have to come through the city for permitting. Previously, they didn't, and it made for some inaccessible routes that were surprise attacks. So I hope that will cut down on that. We ran that through the technical review committee to set that up. It says Johns Island, no accessibility, but it's mostly that there weren't many sidewalks, more than no accessibility. There have been, in the last, let's just say 2 years, there's been a lot more development on Johns Island. All of them have sidewalks, and they're all going to be really accessible as compared to older areas of the city with older sidewalks. We talked about actions and, oh, hold on, Marka can join us. We talked about different actions. Avondale sidewalks, that's still rough because they're small and they're patchy as to who owns them. So we talked about running a survey. These were all really good ideas. And I would like to ask that we table this part for now, because there's some things that are a little more burning down at the moment. But I didn't want you to think that we had forgotten the ideas, or that we weren't, that the city wasn't responding to the commission's requests. We talked about adding a report from TNT, the head of parking, Red Cross, and DHEC. So I'm going to give you just a little update on what I talked to my director last week, because this tidies up some of these things. If you have any questions, you are welcome to ask aloud, because I'm not so good at this yet and may not see it if you raise your hand. I'm going to stop share just because I can see better what's going on. So I talked to my director about the bathroom at 2 George. We have put in a method of using the family bathroom where they're going to prop open the big doors, and there's now a security guard as you enter 2 George, and that security guard is going to be aware of the situation. The door closer at the family bathroom at 2 George will be significantly turned down, if not turned off. I tried to get it to turn off, but I'm not sure that's going to work. We've had complaints about swimming pools. I'm to start assessment of swimming pools on Monday at 9 a.m. We're going to have one good one. I don't know where it's going to be. These pools are all very old, so we're going to work with Vonna. You're completely tilted now, Vonna. Thank you. Getting a little seasick here. So the swimming pools, it'll probably be MLK that will be made to be the accessible pool, because that will be, within the next month, our only year-round pool. So it has 2 methods of access.
Can I ask a question about pools?
Of course.
Is it just about access getting into the pool, or access with getting around into the facility, all of those things as well?
It's getting in the front door. It's getting to the access into the pool, because there's a track at MLK, for example.
Mm-hmm.
This track is a little bothersome. I haven't seen it since they said they fixed it. I've heard that the fix doesn't work. But there's also a problem with utilizing bathrooms, and we may come up with an alternative accommodation for the bathrooms. I have to see what I can find at this meeting on Monday, but we will have a swimming pool plan. Oh, sorry, Molly. Sorry, Molly just sent me a text and said, let me in. So is there anything else you know about that, Alex, that I could benefit from your knowledge?
No, I don't know anything else about it, but I'm interested in was having the conversation with someone just today about pool accessibility. So I was curious as to if there were a number of complaints, or what were the complaints, but just in general, just not wanting to know more about what's being done.
I would be happy to share with you the results of the assessment on Monday and the plan going forward with that. Molly, we're catching up with where we've been and what we've done, and
Okay.
what's happened the last 2 years. And the first one we talked about was 2 George, the bathrooms. Second one we talked about was swimming pools within the city system. Third thing is, I will meet on October 1 with the county emergency management people.
Okay.
I don't know if any of you noticed that the county emergency management guy, oh, I knew I was going to forget his name. Forgot his name. Sorry.
Pat, no.
Yes, Pat, no, thank you.
He's gone, yes.
He's gone.
Yes, let's just leave it at that. He's gone.
Yeah, but that's good for us. So the new county guy, Joe Coates, wants to meet on Friday and wants to put accessibility for people and accommodations for people with disabilities as one of their plan procedures. So I need y'all to help me with that. I think I sent it to you. I would like, if possible, to get your edits, your thoughts all those things, if we might work as a committee of a whole for October, because I'm going to talk to them by the 1st. We won't get anything done by then. But we need to have this emergency procedure put in place by the 1st of the year. So if we can get that to the county and to our emergency management people by the 1st of November, then that gives them 2 months. And as long as they're willing, which they seem to be, I think there's a chance. So if you all, yeah, Mai?
Do you think you can resend it so that you can kind of emphasize that you do need that help from us, from the members that are not here?
I can resend. I'm having some mechanical difficulties of taking notes and balancing papers, but I hope you'll all excuse me. Yeah. Absolutely, I can send that.
Awesome.
And that's
that way they
I think
know
that's going to make a
important.
big difference. And that, I don't know how we put in there, you need to bring a stack of $1 bills, but but there are things like that what I'm planning to tell them on the 1st is, here's our rough draft. The commission's going to hone it at the end of October. The commission would like for y'all to make changes that are accommodating. However, the commission realizes that emergencies are emergencies, and if you'll just let us know what the real situation is, we can adapt, and we will tell other people with disabilities the real situation, such as that falderall about bring enough water for yourself for 3 days, which is part of an emergency kit, but not required to go to a shelter, apparently. That's just an example. So that's the kind of stuff I'm going to work on.
Janet, I know that Annette was having issues with her microphone, and so she's been texting me, but I think she's trying to convey a message, or either I saw that there she is again, but she may be trying to type a message in, or she's having connectivity issues, but
okay.
But I'll keep you posted if she sends me another text.
Please do, because I don't see that anything's coming through in a typed message.
Yeah, she said she couldn't find the chats, and I don't see it on here either. A chat option.
I don't either. I see raise hand, but if chat option's not there, that doesn't work. And I wish I knew more. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm gonna just pop in. This is Marka. Hello.
Hi.
I popped in about 10 minutes ago, but I didn't want to say anything. I'm actually in my car at a red light. But Janet, when you said about the water and the 3-day supply of water, I think we need to make it abundantly clear that it's hard enough to get ourselves someplace, let alone 3 days of water to go with us.
Exactly.
And there's let me see, where am I?
Oh, now you're muted.
Okay, the light's green. I'm checking out. I'm listening.
Be
okay,
safe.
keep listening. So that's it on the emergency operations plan. The next thing I received a complaint about was parking lots and parking places. And the last time I worked on that was 2015. At that point, the city was doing a parking assessment, and I was told they put the ADA stuff in it, but apparently they didn't. So I will start parking lots after swimming pools. Alex, did you hear something from Annette?
Yes, she just responded about the storm evacuations and storms. She's concerned about the lowered numbers allowed in shelters because of COVID, and also generators. So those are concerns to bring up.
Good, hold on. Apparently the EOP people, the emergency planning people, they have done nothing but COVID-related concerns in the last year. They've said they've done nothing except balance that. The generators are on our list that you gave us originally.
Mhm.
Annette, I'm hoping that there might be money from some of the infrastructure money if it comes through. Who knows if it will or not, but that's why putting this in place, it formalizes our concern and request that things like the generator be funded. Anything back, Alex?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Janet, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, Ronnie.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. And again, when I worked at the EOC in Berkeley County, well, I guess we can address this as part of the plan. There was so much confusion over getting into the shelters, the medical needs shelters. And that's the kind of thing you've got to get that information out really, really early, because there was so much miscommunication. Although DHEC did a great job and they have people that do that, people just waited so late that transportation was definitely an issue getting there. You just can't wait that late.
So if y'all give some thought to when it would be appropriate for us to present this to the disability community, maybe March of next year? Is that too early?
I think that seems realistic.
It's never too early.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that's becoming more and more clear as the poor people in Louisiana have lived to tell.
And it's
Or
not
not.
just, well, I mean, the thing our emergency folks they're worried about hurricanes more than anything else. It's earthquakes. It's not just hurricanes. So
Fortunately, Shannon, who talked to us before, said that while he compiles this next procedure for people with disabilities, he's also working on finishing the earthquake one and finishing the toxic materials leak emergency procedure. So there's some hope, but your point is really good, Bonnie. Okay, so I told you about the parking, and I'm working on that. The next thing I want to tell you about is our commission. So I will send you, along with this edit page, a list of commissions and boards that have openings. The city has about 8 commissions and boards that have plenty of vacancies so that there can't be any complaint about it's too full. And I asked about our commissioners serving on another commission and our commission. And I was told that that's not what they don't want us to serve on 2 commissions. So it's up to each of you. If you would like to go be on another commission and report back to us, like come visit us at our commission time. But it is also a matter of your time and how you want to use it. But if we had 1 or 2 people on other commissions and then they reported back to us, say, every 6 months, just from a disability perspective, that might be along the lines of being present in the other commissions when they discuss things that affect people with disabilities. It's following the, go ahead, Mally.
Sorry, can you give us like 1 or 2 examples of commissions you think would be relevant?
Yes, the Bicycle and Pedestrian Committee, the Commission on Women, the Housing Authority, the Charleston Citizen Police Advisory Council, the Recreation Committee, Commission on the Arts, Tourism Commission, West Ashley Revitalization Commission. I'm looking at you, Vonnie. And you don't want to do that? Okay.
Oh.
I was just basing it on your concern in the past for that area. And the Resiliency and Sustainability Advisory Committee. These are all places where I think people with disabilities are not always remembered. So, and at the same time, very selfishly, I don't want any of you to leave my commission. I want you all to stay in my commission. But so it's up to you. It's your choice. I'm going to send you the list of those 8 that I just read out, and you are welcome to communicate with me privately or publicly, but if that's of some interest to you. So basically it's stay on our commission or go to another commission and visit with us. Seems to be how the city is set up to working it. And that's, believe it or not, that's all I have to catch you up on.
Hey, Janet, I got to ask a question.
Okay.
And Annette had brought up this when she was in a shelter, and I didn't see this discussed that I thought was really important.
Okay.
The water in some of the schools and stuff where handicapped were there in a shelter. The water in the sink and the toilets was motion censored, and there wasn't any flushing of the toilets. That was really unsanitary, and they couldn't even wash their hands. I understand if they have hand sanitizer, but we still need the water.
But a generator would probably help with that.
No,
Probably. I don't know
No.
that.
no, no.
No, Annette
No,
said no.
It won't
No.
have enough
No.
power. Mm-mm.
Oh,
It's very limited power.
okay. Thank you, Barbara. I've put that down on the list and we'll include it before I send it to you.
Thank you.
Other thoughts, y'all? It looks like Annette's doing something. That's why I'm wondering.
And
Is she sending you a text, Alex?
it looks like she might be.
Oh, that worked.
So Annette said the generators only do the lights, so the other electrical functions probably aren't being met.
Yeah, that's what she mentioned before. Yeah.
I'm glad y'all brought that up. I had forgotten that completely. So when I send this list around, do y'all care if it's on 2 pages, like 1, 2? Would it be better to be on 1 page?
It doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter. Okay, good. And the title is still awkward. It was awkward when we last looked at it. It's still awkward. So I think the last one we came up with was reasonable request for supporting persons with disabilities for disaster preparedness and evacuation. Awkward. However, it's very explanatory, which is good. So my hope is that you will all agree to work on this in October and finish up some loose ends in this calendar year and start next year fresh with potentially that other list. God bless you, Annette. With potentially other members, and our members may be on other commissions. Some of our members may go to other commissions. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And I think December we won't meet because it's going to be the 4th. Yeah, it's going to be the 24th of December. I don't think any of us is probably going to want to meet that day. And November is the 26th. God bless you. We might make the November meeting a week early because the 26th is a city holiday. Not that the 24th is, that is also. So what else do we need to to cover.
Janet, do you have any updates on like citywide like mask policies or anything COVID related?
Yeah, I'm not quite up to date on the most recent mask policy because I don't think it's been put out yet. But currently, all employees have to wear masks at work, and we all have now got to be vaccinated by sometime in November. I'm not quite sure. I think it's November. I was vaccinated back in March, and so I didn't pay attention like I might should have to the fact that there's a new date. You have to be vaccinated. So we have to be vaccinated. We have to wear masks in the office. We have to wear masks when we're working. The city itself is going to establish some mask policies, but there's going to be a difficulty, I think, in enforcing them. But it will give shop owners and things like, and people like that, the ability to have the city protect them. That's all that I know at the moment on masks.
It's Marka again. I know tomorrow I'm going to the Gilliard and they sent out a email, their policy, you can't go in without having a proof of the vaccine or a negative COVID test.
Are they making you wear the mask inside the building?
See the performance. I did not see that, but you do have to have proof of one or the other. Yeah. See, it looks like people are getting a little more proactive about it.
Yeah, the numbers of dead people keep going up.
Yeah.
600,000
people are dead, and we're still having to try to convince people to take care of themselves.
I know. I think, I don't know many people with disabilities who haven't taken care of themselves except people who couldn't. And the couldn't is a big factor, of course, because of autoimmune or whatever.
Yep.
Is there anything else that y'all have seen lately that you have questions about, or?
There's only one thing that people have, I got involved with talking to the Congress regarding CRT, complex rehab technology, and they're so good. They want to support chair elevation, some of the complex parts of chairs that are very beneficial. So they're really trying to make good with that. But the one thing, when you look at, let's say all those things are established and that's great, but at the same time, if you can't maneuver, in communities because they don't have curb cuts, they don't ever get into that with Congress. And I don't know where that has to begin. Does that have to begin in the states instead of federal?
That's tricky. The federal already wrote the law, but there's no enforcement of it at that level. So the enforcement is with individuals making complaints to the federal. And if individuals make complaints to the federal, then that's a long-winded, and it's a long process, but it has helped quite a bit in some cases. I received court cases and settlements from the Access Board, and usually they don't focus on one curb or two. Usually they focus on systems of curbs. Just so they take the whole city of Phoenix, for example, was mandated to and I'm not sure it was Phoenix. That just popped back in my head. But a whole city is mandated to make their sidewalks accessible, and they have a year to do it or 2 years to do it, something like that. That's why it's good in Charleston for people to let me know where problems are, because the city of Charleston would rather fix one or two than go to court.
Right, yeah.
But the other problem is some of our curbs are not ours, and I can't make the state do any better. The state looks at me and they laugh.
But the counties, the cities and the counties do get flexible transportation dollars. So I think it's just having a strategy in place, and maybe the city's strategy is to address it one at a time. I don't know if y'all remember, there was ERA funding several years ago, and DOT decided to use all of their ERA funding, which was some special funding, to do curb cuts in 6 counties down here in the Low Country. And so, they did recognize that it was like she said, it was a system-wide. If you look at Savannah Highway, that's where a lot of those curb cuts were. That's when a lot of those curb cuts were done. But one at a time, it's very frustrating. Yes,
it is. And the city doesn't mind doing one at a time. State won't do it, and the county doesn't like it. I'm sure they would if we.
Well, the county's taken over. They'll, like in front of my house, the county resurfaced the road, even though it's a DOT road. And they do try to do some mitigation there, if they can do a curb cut or something that's fairly easy. But, they put that list out every year. So, and the city provides them where they want that money to go. So I think, so Janice is right, just make a list and turn it in and see if somebody can pay for it.
Well, we should have infrastructure money, so.
Yeah, you do. You do.
I am somewhat hopeful.
And public works funding as well.
Yeah, exactly. One of the old things that was on the last agenda that we didn't address just now was the pedestrian bridge over the West Ashley River, and I have seen the plans. The plans are accessible. Now, when it gets built is not something I have control over, but I've seen the plans, which is exciting.
Yeah, I saw them too. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
The floating dot kind of thing. It was very exciting.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I know. So I'll send out this. What else do we need to cover in this meeting tonight?
I guess I just want to know how everybody's doing. Is everybody doing okay?
Nice, funny. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. My mom actually had some surgery a few months ago and was in the hospital, but is doing well and is home now. And then I've started getting attendant care, testing that out. So that's working out, and I'll start full time with an attendant next week. So that's slowly coming together. But just plugging along, just trying to keep it moving. But things are progressing fairly well.
How are you, Bunny?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Yeah, I've got her with Allie's with me right now. I gave my mother custody of her haircut, and this is what I got. Yeah. It's a little short.
It's cute.
It's a little frou-frou for her. Yes.
A little frou-frou.
We're not frou-frou people.
There you go. Barbara, how are you doing?
She's on mute.
Who did you ask?
Barbara. Which could sound like Marka, because Marka's, has an A at the end.
That's what I asked.
Uh-huh. Marka, tell us while Barbara is unmuting. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I am slowing down for the fall. Summer's over. I'm trying. I've discovered that I just don't struggle to say no. Alex, you and I have talked about this a lot over the years, and I'm finally learning to just say no. It's just a little too much. So I'm slowing down, still teaching the conservatory and working with PALS. We did a big fundraiser on Saturday to raise money for PALS, and I'm glad that's in the books. And now I'm just trying to chill out. Still doing rehab, and yeah. So surviving. I got my booster today, so I feel safer than usual for at least another 24 hours, but I still wear a mask.
Yeah, that's, I worry that I'll never not wear
How
a
is your
mask.
dog? How is your dog?
She is, can you see her?
Oh,
She's waiting for dinner. It's her dinner time. She's doing very well. Thank you for asking.
oh, good.
Thanks.
Annette, are you doing okay?
Yes, Annette said she's glad to finally meet with everyone. And then back up when we were talking about vaccination certificates, she said it's sad that some fake certificates are being sold online. So just be wary of that. But
Yeah, that is sad. So Molly, what's up? You're smiling. You look like you're all happy.
Oh, yes. It's Friday and it's a beautiful day. So things have been a little chaotic, but just hired 3 new team members at Beyond Basic. So hopefully we'll take off some of the hats soon after we get them kind of trained up. And
congratulations. 3 new members is a lot.
Yes. Thank you. And just had our big annual fundraiser, and that went well. So hopefully things will slow down a little bit. I got to see you, Marka, perform at Disability Pride a couple of months ago, and that was beautiful. Not sure how many of you have gotten to see her perform, but my goodness, fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. I really enjoyed it.
It was fun. It was hot.
It was so hot. My shirt was a different color when I left from the sweat. Not that you guys wanted to know that, but you know.
It was a great, for the first event, it was fabulous. I mean, I would never have known that it was their first year doing it.
I know. Yeah. And we, honestly, they worked their butts off. They really, really did. So that was really amazing.
Yeah.
You guys will definitely have to come out next year as long as things are good to go, because it was a great event.
Yeah.
I saw it on YouTube or something.
That was a great event. Yeah. I was only out there for a little while, but got to see Marka perform.
Oh, I didn't see you, Alex. Okay.
And, I was in and out quick. Yeah.
There you go. Got
It's
to.
the camouflage power chair.
Oh gosh, but yeah, all is good. All is good. What about you, Janet?
Well, I want to hear about Leah first, because I know about me.
Hey y'all, it is so nice to see everyone's face, and I apologize that I'm not sharing my screen. I've got a lot going on in the background here, but we at the statewide council is investing over the next 3 years in a pretty significant disability awareness campaign. Obviously, we all know there's so many out there. It's not reinventing the wheel, I can assure you. It's going to be really focused on South Carolina. And the reason that we're doing it is because a really extensive survey went out to individuals with disabilities in South Carolina, and the issue of stigma just continues to keep coming up as a major barrier to access to employment, particularly, but other things like education and housing. So right now we're just in sort of like the development of the concept phase, but there's actual money for it, and there will be an actual firm that does this, does marketing, does the video, does all the things that, you know, we as just the advocates are just advising on. But it's pretty exciting because I think that, you know, certainly on our council here in the city of Charleston, you know, I know we've done some of these like little videos at one point. I know we've talked a lot about the stigma issue. So I'm excited, and I'll keep you guys abreast of sort of what's happening with the statewide council, but that is being run by the accessibility committee that I'm on. So that's my little update on that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, since you were talking about boards and commissions, Janet, you know, I did put out to a couple of y'all that, you know, we're always looking to recruit members, particularly self-advocates, people with disabilities. We'd love, I know like we talk about on our council, we'd love some people with sensory disabilities. I don't think we have enough representation there on the statewide council. And certainly from our region, we need more Charleston representation. There's a lot from the Midlands and upstate. So if you guys have any interest or have some names, please, please, please just whatever is easier, text me, call me, shoot me an email. I'm happy to tell people about what the role entails, talk about it. It doesn't preclude you from serving on this commission. They're completely, I serve on both. You know, you can do both. So that's my little plug that as you're thinking about boards and commissions, think about the statewide disability council, because we really need some more support there as well.
I have to say, that's one of the, I would love to do something like that.
Yeah.
But this is where I personally couldn't take on anymore at this time.
And listen, Mark, I totally get it.
I know, but please ask again next year this time.
Okay, deal. Listen, girl,
because
you know me. I will definitely ask you again. And you know what, too, in the meantime, Marka, this is for you, but for anyone, if anyone is ever interested, just like, you know, sunshine laws, right? Just like our commission is open to the public and we're streaming on YouTube, all of our meetings are open to the public. So if you ever have an interest, if you just want to maybe listen in on one of the quarterly meetings, we do remote too, even, you know, since with COVID, it makes it so much easier. Just to kind of see what's going on, what the work is happening, because we follow what's called the SPIL, that's the State Plan for Independent Living. And that dictates all of our work. And it's a very robust document that all states have to follow. And so ours is obviously dictated by what we're doing in South Carolina, but we're doing a lot. I mean, that was just one example that, because I'm on the accessibility committee, but there's a lot of work that's being done, especially with the independent living centers themselves. So Marka, you raise a good point. If you can't commit, like, or you're super busy, maybe you want to just kind of dip your toe, see what's going on, or be a non-voting member. You can also just be a public, you could just attend, like you could attend these meetings anytime you want, committee meetings as well. So
well, please share when those happen. I will.
I'll coordinate with Janet and send out like the schedule. So that way, if you guys are ever interested, or you just happen to be available for a couple hours, join a call. We'd love it. I would really love it.
Leah.
Yes, Molly.
This is Molly. Oh, okay. If you would like to, or get a chance to reach out to me, I might have some teammates at our program that might be interested.
Yes, consumers. That's like my biggest thing, Molly. I'm always like, we need representation of people with disabilities to receive services, because that's what we want to know, you know, if it's working. Molly, that would be great. I'll absolutely get in touch with you. That would be fabulous.
I've got a couple people in mind. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yay! You can't see me, but I'm doing a happy dance.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah, and we definitely could use some more IDD representation for sure. And I know that that's a lot of the population you work with. For
yes, absolutely. Okay,
awesome.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Cool.
That's all for me. Happy Friday. It's so beautiful out.
No kidding. So last question for me is, am I sending you too many pesky emails with, you know, the articles and stuff? It's not too pesky? Okay.
No, you're not.
All right. I just didn't want to be a pill. But some of the things like the Emmys, I know that sounds ridiculous, but I've had people who said that was the Emmys having a ramp was performative, and that it was something not worthwhile. But the worthwhile part is for other people to realize not enough things are accessible yet.
Absolutely.
And that needs to keep going. So if it ever gets to be too much, I try not to do too much, but if it gets to be too much, y'all let me know. And I will stop. Or I'll stop sending it to whomever finds that it's oppressive in any way, of course.
Perfect.
So anything else for the good of the cause?
Just wanted to announce the Cooper River Bridge Run is tomorrow. So if you're watching it on TV, there's wheelchair racing division. I'll be out there taking pictures at the finish line. So
Awesome.
watch it on TV, and it's pretty cool to see the athletes most of them are from like the Southeast, but wheelchair athletes that are participating this year.
Alex, will you be sharing those photos somewhere where we could see them? Like you put them on your Instagram or something?
I'll probably do my social media, and I can share them out through through our emails, through the commission, and share them everywhere. We have a professional photographer as well taking shots. So I'll be sharing those too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Alex, they take off at 7, right? 7:15?
It's like something early, 7:40ish or something
7:40?
early. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
remember the exact time, but it'll be broadcast by most of the local TV stations, channel 2, 4, and 5. So
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
Although Kim has been reminding me every day.
no.
This is going to be the first race since I did it 2016 that I won't be there.
Yeah.
Feels weird.
Look at you saying no. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I know. For me to tell Kim Aquino no, that was brave.
Yeah, because she knows where everybody lives, all of us. She knows where all of us live.
Exactly.
Knows all the secrets.
All right, guys, I'm going to pop off because the dogs are staring at me like, why aren't you feeding us? So
Makes perfect sense. I think we're close to adjourning.
Yeah.
Annette, it's good to see you.
It's good to see y'all too.
Well, thank you all for meeting. I'll consider the meeting adjourned.
Good. I've got it at 4:54. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks
Have
a
a
lot
good
for
one.
being here with us.
Have a great
Bye.
weekend.
Bye-bye.